Hey guys, Cruisnickx back with more Final Fantasy XIV goodness. When we last left off, we had finally gotten the Domons, or at least the first group, to Revenant's Toll. But we do have another problem that the Adventurers Guild Assistant is notifying us of, so we're gonna talk to her about it. Mayhap you have already heard, but the lake cobras that inhabit the area along the road to St. Conoc's Find have multiplied to plague-like proportions of late. This wasn't a concern for us in the past, as only proven adventurers tend to gather in Revenant's Toll. However, with the recent arrival of the Domon refugees, among which are the elderly and the young both, suffice it to say, it would not do for our newly arrived guests to fall prey to the local fauna. For their sake, would you be so kind as to rid us of these rampant cobras? The creatures have made nests amongst the broken pieces of the Imperial airship. You can use these slices of rancid meat to lure them out. Let's mount up. Wait, that only counted as one? Bitch. Really?
Have a good night, I'm off to bed.
Okay, take it easy, cat. Alright, now oh, there's one. Really? Teach you to petrify me. How's my companion looking anyway? None the worse for wear and still waiting on frickin'... Good night, Irene. Good thing we have a level sync now. Alright, we just got to find the last 2 cobra nests. And then we are out of this hellhole. One more and we just found it. And that's the end of that. Oh, she's right here. So the calling is done. Thank you. You have done us all a great service. While you were afield tending to that business, I saw that the Domans were fed. They are weary from their long journey, and the memory of their lost homeland is heavy in their hearts. Yet I dare say I sense a glimmer of hope in their bearing. In time they may yet regain a semblance of inner peace. Oh, I ought to mention that something seemed to be afoot over at the Rising Stones. Lest you be absent for a matter of import, it may be well to report back. Wonder what's going on. Alright. Almost everyone's here. What seems to be the commotion?
How goes the fishing? Caught anything slippery?
Aye. Our suspicions were well founded. The Serpent Reavers are indeed the culprits.
Great.
The plot thickens.
Has there been any movement in fact?
It's been blessedly quiet. Which is to say the Amalja are being no more or less of a nuisance than usual, summoning a freak with such crystals as they have ordered. Urianger too, reports not out of the ordinary.
Then we have our explanation.
Your explanation for what, pray tell?
For the recent spate of crystal thefts in Thanalan, we naturally assumed that the trail would lead us back to the Amalja. Yet it did not. It led us across the sea unto Vilbrand.
Vilbrand?
Oh boy.
There have been reports of increased Sahagin activity of late. Oh gods. They mean to summon Leviathan?
That is the way of it, I fear. Whilst conducting our investigation on behalf of the mineral concern, we came upon evidence implicating the Serpent Reavers. With the aid of the Maelstrom, I was able to verify our suspicions. It is only a matter of time before Leviathan returns to harrow the seas.
Great.
But there is more. One of the Sahagin, an elder by my judgment, spoke of attaining the gift and knowledge of eternity.
Oh, great.
Such a disturbance in the ether. If I did not know better, I should think this device defective.
Better not.
There is the explanation.
Soon it shall begin. Our Lord shall rise in surging waves to wash away the finless one.
Oh my god, he speaks with a lisp. So funny.
And I shall be granted the gift and knowledge of eternity. And with the emissary stand equal. Then shall I know no cessation, no oblivion.
Whence comes this promise of immortality? An emissary? We have outstayed our welcome.
Great.
The gift and knowledge.
Are the two of you quite well?
You shared that vision, did you not?
Mm-hmm.
Even before the Sahagin made mention of the emissary, I recognized Elidibus's words. He is behind this. But surely it is not within his power to grant the echo.
My lady, unless we act swiftly, Leviathan will rise again. The Admiral has already requested that we intervene to prevent this. Failing that, we are to attend to the primal's extermination.
She will have our full cooperation. Let us make haste to Limsa Lominsa. I mean to play a part in this mission. Tataru, pray, take charge in my absence.
My lady, are you sure this is wise?
I am aware of the risks, but there is something I must see with mine own eyes. The true nature of the echo.
Very well. I shall not stand in your way. On the condition that you permit me to accompany you as bodyguard.
Your company is ever welcome, Thancred.
I take it something ill is afoot.
Aye, a primal is about to be loosed upon Eorzea.
Primal?
A godlike being whose very existence is a bane upon the land. We Scions of the Seventh Dawn are sworn to put an end to their kind.
I see. Know then that I am learned in the arts of war. In return for the kindness you have shown my people, I would lend you my blade.
It would be most welcome. When contending with a primal, one can never have too many able allies. If you crave a more intimate understanding of the problems facing Eorzea, this experience is like to provide it. Be sure to come well prepared.
Oh, believe me, she will. Item comparison. Don't need it. So, a Sahagin silver piece. What's next? The sea rises.
Plainly, should the worst come to pass, and Leviathan is summoned, our only recourse will be to face him in battle. Given past experience, you may very well think that eventually inevitable. Yet so long as there is even a chance that the primal's return might be prevented, we must needs spend all our efforts toward achieving that goal. Before we do aught else, let us hasten to Limsa Laminsa and meet with the Admiral. She will not have been idle in the intervening time, and will doubtless have invaluable information to share.
Alright, we's heading home! Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I fucked up. This is really fizzy today. You are expected. Pray take this lift to the command room. Ooh, Nimmy's on. You know what? I'm inviting her. Fuck it. Make this party private. Invite. Me rocks. Eat. Let's hope she answers. Alright, I'm not sure she'll, be joining us for this endeavor, but we'll see. In the meantime, we'll continue the storyline.
Welcome, friends. I take it Y'shtola has apprised you of the situation. Let us waste no time, then. According to our best intelligence, the Sahagin had not crystals enough to summon their god. Alas, we did not count on the Serpent Reavers venturing as far as Danaland to supplement their cache. For our short-sightedness, we are faced with the grim prospect of Leviathan's imminent return. Needless to say, I am not inclined to let the fishbacks have their way. Even as we speak, the Maelstrom makes ready to launch a large-scale operation to thwart the summoning, and we would welcome the Scion's support in this endeavor. But if, gods forbid, our efforts should come to naught, I will need to trouble you for more than just mere support, much as I did when Titan last walked these lands. Lady Minfilia, I am given to understand that you mean to accompany our soldiers to the front lines. I can only assume you have sound reasons for doing so. I do, Admiral, but I would rather not be drawn on their nature. I will say only that there is something I wish to see with mine own eyes. Is that so? Well, I am not so stubborn as to deny the wish of the one whose aid I require, but precautions must be taken. I shall require that you remain by my side at all times. With that settled, let us speak of the operation. Corporal Oronir, our scouts are currently reconnoitering Sahagin movements within the Sapsa spawning grounds. Upon completing their mission, they will return to the operation staging point at Camp Skull Valley. I want you to make your way there forthwith, that you might be apprised of the latest intelligence. Commander Falk Breeder has charge of the garrison. Works for me. Now, first and foremost, I do need to shut off the party because I just got informed that her friend has the microphone, so... Alright, let's head to Aleport. A storm's brewing. Here we go again. Here we go again. I've been expecting you, Scion of the Seventh Dawn. On behalf of the men and women here, I thank you for your cooperation. The safety of our citizens is paramount. With your aid, we will prevent Leviathan's return. Yeah, so you think. Heroes Bracelet Offending. We don't need to get. As you may already know, the Maelstrom scouts have been dispatched to reconnoiter the Sapsa spawning grounds. Among other things, they have orders to determine where Leviathan might emerge, assuming it comes to that. That our scouts might move unhindered and return unscathed, diversionary maneuvers are presently underway. In charge of these maneuvers is Ujagal. If you are otherwise unoccupied, mayhap you would be willing to offer her your aid. You're here to help with the diversions? Aren't you supposed to be that irreplaceable adventurer the success of the operation is hinging on? I'm inclined to say it's not worth risking your neck for something so trifling such as this, but if the hero insists, who am I to argue? Here, take these explosives. Use them to blow the Sahagin Pavisi is sky high, and create a commotion in Halfstone, the likes of which the fishbacks have never seen. That ought to keep 'em good and occupied. Oh, and in the event that the Sahagin come after you, there's no need to be shy. Stay around, get yourselves acquainted. Whatever it takes to buy more time for our scouts. So which side? The right side. Fireworks and fish don't mix. Just like pig and elephant DNA just won't splice. The derby pig and elephant DNA just won't splice. You kind of wonder what they're talking about when they're huddled together in a group. Bye-bye. Fuck this. I'm out. It sounds like the diversion was a success. Aye, I heard the fireworks all the way over here. My thanks, friend. We've done all we can for our scouts. All that's left is to pray that they return safely.
Let's hope. Scouts in distress.
Our scouts are long overdue. I fear that ill may have befallen them. For better or worse, we must ascertain their fate. If it is not too much to ask, I would have you aid us in the search. 5 scouts ventured into Sapsa, all told. Here, take this flask of restorative to tend those who may have been wounded. Though it pains me to even consider the notion, if they have perished, circumstances permitting, I ask that you recover their bodies. By no means venture too deep into enemy territory, however. We can ill afford to lose you at this juncture.
Alright, which side are we going in now? Either or. Nope. There he is. Help somebody. Of all the times to forget the restorative. Thank you. I owe you my life. We were ambushed by the Serpent Reavers. Lightly armed as we are, we didn't stand a chance. I was able to flee this far, but the others were captured. They were taken to the Serpent's Tongue, I'm certain of it. I can make my own way back to camp, but I fear the worst for my comrades. Save them, I beg you. Oh well, I guess it's not too far. All right.
Of all times, a frickin'... These chumps are nothing! No. Alright, let's head back to Aleport.
You returned! Thank the Navigator! When I learned that you went to the Serpent's Tongue by yourself, I feared you would meet an untimely demise. But tell me, what became of the others?
Sorry.
Dear gods. These wounds are not intended to kill, but to torture and maim. Does their savagery know no bounds? Enemies or no, they go too far! I dread to think what may become of the two who remain unaccounted for. I pray they haven't suffered the same evil fate. At the very least, one of my men came back alive, and for that I owe you my thanks. The price we paid was dear, but we have the intelligence we need. Even as we speak, the Admiral finalizes the details of the operation. The war horns will sound any moment now. Be ready to sally forth when they do.
The gift of eternity. Fogbreda awaits the commencement of the operation with barely concealed rage.
Thrice damned fishback bastards! I'll kill them slowly, then chase their rotten souls through all the seven hells! Peace, Commander. We are here for a purpose, and vengeance is not it. I want your mind at the task of hand, savvy? My apologies, Admiral. You may count on me to keep a clear head.
Good. According to our soul-surviving scout, the Sahagin and their thralls have already begun to amass the aetherite in the depths of the Sapsa. If we are to act, it must be now. The men are ready. We but await your orders, Admiral. As predicted, the Sahagin have tightened security in and around the spawning grounds. A frontal assault is like to be met with fierce resistance. Ah, but we are not so artless as that, Commander. We shall divide our forces and strike them hard and fast at key locations. Remember, our ultimate objective is to take the Sapsa Aetherite and eliminate the Sahagin's priests presiding over the summoning. We are not here to kill them all. The Maelstrom shall engage and distract the Sahagin's legion of drowned pirates at the Serpent's Tongue. Commander, you will have charge over this effort. Be mindful that the lay of the land there is devilish for attacking forces. Let the foreign levy spearhead the assault, and have subsequent units fan out to cover their ranks. At the self-same moment, a diversionary squadron formed of galleons from the Crimson Fleet shall harry the enemy from offshore. In the likewise, we Scions shall form smaller units in hopes of confusing the Sahagin defensive effort. Bayan and Y'shtola, the two of you are to make your way to the site of the summoning ritual. The Admiral's diversion should serve to thin the enemy's defenses, rendering your path less perilous. A small party, I believe, should be able to win through without drawing unwarranted attention. Thancred and Ugadi, your mission is to lure as many Sahagin as possible out of the spawning grounds. Having done so, take to your heels and circle round to join the infiltration unit of Y'shtola and Bayan. When all has been set in motion, I myself shall cut a path to the Aetherite, accompanied by Lady Minfilia, as we agreed. Well, don't let me keep you, friends. To battle! When last did we fight side by side, Bayan? Too long ago, I warned. But come, let us away. Alright, let's break some shit. We're heading deep into the spawning grounds. I'm gonna take the right path this time around. Alright, Alright, so far so good. What's in here? Some supplies, probably. One is more important than the other, especially the one that can hurt you. Man, making our way through these spawning grounds is like... There we go.
Pray, do not concern yourself. 'Twas but a glancing blow. Come, the eighth rite is close at hand. Let us press on.
They have made thralls of soldiers and civilians both.
Damn it. Ooh!
Did I miss much?
Now Thancred's gone badass. And Lady Yuguri. Ooh! Ooh, beautiful.
So that is how you fight in the Far East. Mental note, pick no quarrel with Domans. But seriously, if I am to keep up, I must needs forsake elegance for efficiency.
And now Thancred gets... Now Thancred's badass. There we go.
To the Aetherite.
Right. No, don't put away your weapons! Idiots! We're gonna have to fight, aren't we? Come on, let's not waste time. Let's break some shit.
You'll forgive me my lateness.
It's a hurricane, not a zombie apocalypse! Why did you buy shotguns?
I've been something of a liability of late, I know. 'Tis high time I set about making amends.
Long have you shriveled, Sorewalker, tormented our kind. But no more! Your time is at an end! You shall perish with salt in your wounds and sea in your lungs. Lord of the world, hearken to our plea. Lord of the world, deliver us from our misery.
Do you feel that?
Yeah.
I know this sensation. It's the echo.
What?
Such power! It is transcendent!
And that happened.
7 hells.
Strike me down if you will. It is futile. I have mastered the gift. I am eternal. O mighty Leviathan, ruler of the seas, born of waters primordial, I offer unto you this frail flesh, that you might grant your faithful servants deliverance. I beseech you, come forth.
Oh, shit. Yeah, it's not gonna work.
Foolish shorewalker, you cannot kill that which is eternal.
We're boned.
Heavens forfend.
Damn it all!
My being am the way. It should by right be infinite. Am I not immortal? Curse you, emissary! You promised me everlasting.
Yeah, you're made up of ether. Alright?
Where did he go?
Somewhere that's not here, obviously.
What say you? Nary a single ship? Hells take that sea demon. Gather the survivors and get to shore. Leave the wrecks for the pirates.
This is gonna suck.
Leviathan wastes no time. The diversionary squadron is lost. For a mercy, 'twould seem the primal now makes for open sea. But why does he not press his advantage? Unless... God save us. He means to unleash a tidal wave.
Then shall we get the fuck out of here? Understand, I speak of no normal wall of water. That which Leviathan makes ready to conjure carries more destructive power than aught seen in nature. Enough to erase entire coastal settlements, if his last attempt is any guide. We cannot suffer history to be repeated. Yet how in the seven hells are we to prevent it? We'll take the silver pieces. Though our plight cries out for action, we must take thought. So long as Leviathan remains in open sea, he is effectively beyond our reach. Our fleet is second to none, of that you may be sure, but Limlane herself would struggle to best the Lord of the Well in his element. In a straight fight, he would make meat and matchwood of us. We need another plan, that much is plain. Let us return to Limsa and see if we cannot think of one. I shall await you in the command room. You're expected in the command room. Pray do not keep the Admiral waiting.
There used to be a hamlet beyond South Tidegate in western Lanosha. Hearthstone it was called. Some years prior to the Maelstrom's founding, Leviathan rose from the briny depths and set about unleashing watery hell upon us. On that occasion, the company of heroes put him down before he could do too much damage. But when the bastard came next, this time in the wake of the calamity, we were not so fortunate. Weary of ravaging our shoreline, he summoned a tidal wave which fair leveled Hearthstone and washed the soil away for good measure.
The area was subsequently occupied by the Sahagin.
Aye, The thrice-damned creatures transformed it into a spawning ground for their brood. Given the quantity of crystals stolen to feed him and his legion of thralls, we can be fairly sure that Leviathan is stronger now than in his previous incarnations. If that sea demon is left to wreak havoc, what befell Hearthstone may well befall a larger settlement, even Limsa. That cannot happen. The primal must be stopped.
That was ever our objective, Admiral. But how are we to achieve it? The sea is Leviathan's uncontested domain. The ships of the 3rd Squadron could not close to within 100 yards of the primal, nor could their cannons pierce his defenses.
I have read the reports, Master Thancred. Our warships may as well have been bloody pleasure barges for all the good they did. 7 hells! Is there no way that we might strike back?
The company of heroes defeated Leviathan, having first lured him into an inlet. But we must needs contend with him upon the open sea. It will avail us little to consult past experience.
Admiral, if I may.
Oh, wow. We first...
Freely, Marshal.
By all accounts, Leviathan's most formidable weapon is the very sea itself. Waves and whirlpools, tides and currents, all these things are his to command. The key to victory, I believe, lies in disarming our foe.
First time we hear Einzar.
This, in effect, is what the company of heroes achieve with their ruse. We cannot lure Leviathan from the sea a second time. But what if we could weaken his hold upon the element of water? I have heard of devices capable of such wonders. They draw upon the power of corrupted crystals, I am told. If mounted upon a ship, such a device might be used to prevent Leviathan from bringing the full force of the sea to bear against us, rendering him no more dangerous than any other sea serpent.
Of course! Sid built a similar device to grant the Enterprise safe passage through Garuda's Tempest, did he not?
Yeah, he did.
Begging your pardon, my lady, but to give credit where it's due, this is something I heard from an old arcanist friend of mine.
It makes little difference who thought of it first, so long as it works. Beg the specifications of this device from your friend, and I shall pass them on to our people at Nalbek and Vermelis. But before we proceed any further, I would voice one concern. Piercing Garuda's defenses is one thing. Suppressing Leviathan's attacks quite another. In matters of science, I am as a babbling babe. But I cannot well imagine that such a feat would be possible without a veritable mountain of corrupted crystals. The question being, do we have a ship big enough to bear such a burden?
Mayhap not, Admiral, but two might. Recall you the tale of Mistbeard's greatest haul? It is said that he lashed 2 ships together, side by side, the better to bear his plunder. By your leave, we might attempt to repeat the trick. The gods know it would be quicker than building a new vessel.
Mistbeard did this. Truly, Marshal, upon the subject of the Pirate King, you are as a scholar.
Now, from what I have gleaned of these matters, the device will need to be in close and constant proximity to the target. To which, we must lash our twin vessel to Leviathan. This in itself will be no small feat. Ramming speed will be required, but given the weight of the cargo, that will only be attainable with the aid of a towing vessel. Suffice it to say, the task of piloting said vessel will entail considerable danger, and I would not ask it of another. I volunteer myself.
Will be dangerous for all involved, but we have no better recourse. Very well. Commodore, assemble the remnants of the fleet at Morabee Bay. Give priority to our soundest vessels. The repairs can wait. Storm Marshal Slafirson, command of the operation is yours. I want that twin vessel ready to sail post-haste.
At once, Admiral.
And all the sodas out of the car. I am getting tired.
And then
My puns are even...
The fate of Limsa Lominsa rests upon your shoulders once again. Go well, warrior of light.
Beings held as gods also exist in what you'd call the Far East. Legends tell us that they walked among us in days of yore, but I confess that I never truly believed them. That I should live to behold one is humbling and horrifying in equal measure. Now that I have come face to face with the primal, I do begin to understand why the Galileans fear them so. What is it?
A message, Admiral. I judged it best that it be delivered at once.
I am listening.
According to the Yellow Jackets, a man has appeared who claims to have defeated Leviathan.
One of the company of heroes?
The details are yet hazy, Admiral. We have dispatched one of our own to question the individual.
I'm disinclined to put any stir by his claim. And even should it be true, just as Y'shtola said, none save the company of heroes have bested Leviathan, and we know how they went about it. If this man is of their number, what could he tell us that we do not know already? And yet, having wagered Limsa's survival on 2 ships, some rope, and a pile of crystals, can we afford to ignore this man? If his testimony could yield us any manner of knowledge, should we not hear it? Damn it all! The twin vessel will soon be ready. We have no time to wait for the Maelstrom's report on this supposed primal slayer's claims. Bayan, seek him out and learn what he knows. At the very least, it'll spare you the torment of waiting for the reckoning in idleness.
The man you are looking for is believed to be a resident of the Grave Fleet in Lower Lenosha. The Storm Private sent to question him should already be in the vicinity. May your journey prove fruitful. The Grave Fleet is in Lower Lenosha. Alright, we want to head to Red Rooster Stead. I don't know if we've ever been there before, but... let's see if I have Red Rooster Stead in the, Nope. Nor do I have any Aetherites outside of this, so... Alright, That's right, lower than OSHA. This better not be another fucking wild goose chase. Alright, we're back in Red Rooster's... We're in Red Rooster's stead, but we're gonna... Should probably remount my chocobo again. Oh God. Not him again. Oh, this douche again. Now look here, you. You'll have your bloody story right after you carry those sacks of grain over to the mill. But sir, that's what you said before you had me pick those oranges for you. Before I mucked out the chocobo stables. And before I rolled that millstone over to the mill. And also before... Godsman, I've worked 3 days straight without a wink of sleep. 3 days! And do you hear me complaining? Bah, I suppose some of us just ain't made of for the rougher stuff. Alright, I'll give you what you want. Never let it be said that old Tractum ain't a generous soul. Now prick up your ears, because I won't be repeating myself. Too modesty. Besides, there's only so much epicness a man can take in one sitting, ye ken. Ahem. The tale of Tractum's epic victory over the dread primal Leviathan. Now, Leviathan is huge, make no mistake. To give you an idea of how big, each of his scales is about as wide across as me members long. And that's no mean feat, let me tell ye. When I fought him, I could barely see for all the brine he was pelting me with. Must have been a lagoon's worth at least. He even knocked me a trusty axe out of me hands at one stage. Cause that proved to be a grave mistake. Well, what happened next?
Why, I grabbed him by the tail and tied him up in knots. But not wanting to take all the glory for myself, I let me mates in the company of heroes handle the rest. Like I said, I'm modest as well as heroic. Mayhap too modest. Now, there's some that say you can never truly beat Leviathan. That you've got to learn to live with him and make the best of a bad situation. Not the company, though. Ah! It's you! I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I was just enjoying the attention is all. I take back everything I said.
I was never part of the company of heroes. No, my lord, I'm actually just a complete coward. I'm nothing. I'm chocobo dung. No, I'm not maggots you find wriggling in chocobo dung. I have to lie to women in the tumble. I mean, that don't happen much. Me member's tiny. It's pathetic. Yeah, the minute he sees me, he realizes he fucked up. I sure as hell didn't fight Leviathan, but I have seen him with me own eyes. 'Twas a fair few years back, when I was working as a baker's hand. I was shirking me duties one day, loitering about the harbor, when I saw it. Great big massive sea serpent, some mountains off the coast, with a fleet of galleons making straight for it, cannons firing. I was so bloody scared I soiled myself right then and there. What? Oh gods, just remembering that day made me soil myself all over again. Hey, wait. If you're here asking after Leviathan beat us, it means you're planning on to fight him, ain't ye? Well, take care. He really is terrible. Dreadful, I tell ye. If you're not careful, you'll end up in his gullet or at the bottom of the sea. Why, you worthless, lying whoreson! I can't believe you made me handle chocobo dung!
Bayan, this is Minfilia. Were you able to learn art of use against Leviathan? I beg your pardon? Leviathan beat us? I see. That is unfortunate. At any rate, I have tidings for you. The twin vessel is now complete. We await you at the Morabi dry docks. Pray, make your way here as soon as possible.
Oh, fuck, we don't have the Morabi dry docks, which means we gotta go all the way south. Can't believe it was Tractum again. It's like, fucking hell, do you ever just keep your mouth shut when a primal fucking shows up? I swear, it's like he lives just to try and get attention when he's not gonna fucking get it. Maybe if he actually did some work in his goddamn life, he'd actually frickin' make something of himself. But no. Oh. Whew. If only we could just jump off the bridge and swim all the way to Morabi. But unfortunately we can't. Finally, we make it to the Morabi dry docks. Oh. Wait a minute. Wait. But we've never been here before, so why? Yeah, go figure. Alright. Now just find Einza. I'm told your jaunt to the Great Fleet proved fruitless. My sympathies, lad. I'll wager it served to take your mind off the events of recent days, though. But enough with that nonsense. The moment of truth is upon us. The twin vessel, the World Eater as I call her, is complete, and she surpasses all my expectations. In addition to her prodigious tonnage, she has been fitted with a platform that you and yours might maneuver freely in battle. I would mention that she is also nigh unsinkable, but I am not one to tempt fate. The World Eater and her crew stand worthy, my friend. Just give the word, and we shall bear you to Leviathan. Alright, I just want to see what this break blade looks like before I frickin'... Hell no, I like my katana. And what's the item comparison? Looks like it's giving me skill speed and critical hit rate instead of parry and accuracy. But the same strength and vitality applies. Fuck it, I'll just take the silver piece and call it a day. But anyway, we were going to do this tonight, but I'm too tired to do it. I really wish I could, but I fear I'm not going to stay awake for it. So anyway... Oh... Anyways, I'm gonna hit the hay, and I will see you all next time when we take on the Lord of the World, aka Leviathan. Until then, Cruisnik X, out.